All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And that play going absolutely no. Whereas he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
4 down, check, 4 down.
2nd down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Set, 180. 54. I'm coming up. 1. 54's Mike.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Hey. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Let's go.
Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Drops it off for Coleman. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, here's Mariota. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Mariota now to throw on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
Hey. Sack! Blue 18! Switch! 3. 55's Mike, guys, 55. 1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and that'll make it third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, we got 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, Mariota. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. Shrugs him off. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Leopard.
We got 4. Mike 55.
They'll drop to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Double tight. 4 down.
One.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Mariota now on second down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
One.
Mariota on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Run.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball. Bunch set. Eyes up. Bunch set.
One.
Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Keep it rolling. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Hey.
First down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Mariota now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
One.
4 down. Check.
Mariota Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it? At that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj, and they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him, 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Counter play, Drake. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Now let's go.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Collins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run it with Balaj. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double tight. You got 3 down.
Back to throw here. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Set. Blue 90.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. I got one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 4 down.
Set. Blue 18.
Now Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
All right, here we go.
Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
4 down, 4 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got
Set. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
All right, here we go. 319.
Back to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hey,
Set.
They'll look to throw again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This from 44 yards away. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
We got 4. Ringo. Mike.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Motion.
Here's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
You're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
4 down.
Ready.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota dancing to his left, being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. But with the score where it's at, a field goal essentially doesn't do them much good here. A touchdown, though, and they're really in business.
Yeah, exactly right, because taking over the ball in this type of field position, all right, they feel good about what the defense just did. If you're calling plays, you're still thinking aggressively. You're not thinking, all right, let's just run the ball and try and get 3. You want to put it downfield, call your big shots, and try and get that big, big score.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the give, this is Drake. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Right back to Drake. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
A pitch out to Drake, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
there. You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
13. Eyes on 13.
Set. Blue 18.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Balaj trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop below 500 to 2-3.